making an anthropomorphic interface would be a higher bandwidth means of communicating with people as an interface for artificial intelligence, because we're evolved to respond to the human-like face, gestures, and we're attuned to that. We're trained from the time we're born to respond to human faces, facial expressions, and what it means, and some of the understanding of these social gestures is not fully conscious. So it's a massive amount of data that is complementing our conscious understanding of each other in these kinds of conversations, and that's why we respond to figurative arts, animation, cinema, where you're not watching a real person on the screen. You're watching like this recording of a person, but we respond so much more effectively when we are face to face with each other. So that full three-dimensional transfer of information is denser than if we're speaking with each other on a video phone.
It's like a robot. Sorry.
I agree.
He distracted me. When he acted like a robot and he distracted me, which proves the point.
Yeah, so mastering that with robots is hard. So I have brought together mechatronics engineers and actually quite a few PhD AI scientists, roboticists, but they don't know the world of animation. So I come from a bit of both, right? So an intersection between these communities, and getting the hardware to move the way that animated characters move, and then do it in a way that's interactive. That's something that was actually somewhat easier when I was a PhD student with a smaller team than when we have a large team. So getting that intersection, that cross-disciplinary intersection, getting people to be able to understand each other's different languages has a huge opportunity, but it's also really challenging. And one of the big challenges is paradigms. So like if you've got a conventional wisdom or paradigm in, say, the world of robotics, that where it's like, if it's art, it's art. If it's engineering, it's engineering. If it's a science tool, it's a science tool. But those are different things. But I feel that they would be better if you bring them together. Why can't it be a tool for science and an engineered appliance for delivering information services to people, medical therapy, training services, education, even entertainment services can be a valuable front-end application for AI that uses an anthropomorphic interface. And then as an effort to increase the capabilities of artificial intelligence, embodiment might have a place in this. And embodiment and a place in human society might serve a role as well. So bringing it into people's lives where you get that rich social data, and you might train better perception, you might have more useful results by getting that quality of data. It's a different kind of data than you would just get from internet searches, or searching through people's photos or whatever. So that natural interactive data, those data may be particularly valuable. I just feel that that's maybe the case, but many of the things that I just said, just bam, 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 are really against many of the conventional wisdoms, and rub many people, it turns out, many people in the world of AI and robotics the wrong way, and upset them. They're like, this is not valid. The robot shouldn't have a face. The robot should, but then you wind up getting all these robots that look the same. They're like a sort of a spheroid, ovoid head with two dots. Sure, that's fine, but why only make it?
I completely, that's why I want to make a video, because it's so important.
Why not diversify? So the art and creativity, bringing that in, that allows us to explore these issues and provide a kind of platform for next generation psychology research, neuroscience research. What's happening in the neural pathways when you're looking at an anthropomorphic depiction? It's very different on the screen than when you encounter a robot like Sophia. Now Sophia, again, I'm not satisfied with Sophia. I feel that we've got a lot more that we can do in the quality of the animation, getting the motor control systems. But a fairly small team doing this. But if we can turn this into a standardized platform, this kind of thing, it doesn't have to be what we're doing, but if we're looking at this as a platform for next generation research, then it can be a tool for additional creative arts.
And can I say something like, as far as Sophia, like, right, you raised 24 million for building such a robot, that is perfect. It's like a
we
human,
made like
right?
40 different robot designs.
Yeah. But I mean, to build a robot that is just like a person, you need like billion or something.
I think the strongest thing you said there was the breaking down the disciplines.
Yeah.
That was the strongest thing you said there. Bringing art into science, bringing art into robotics and engineering, because it's really needed for education. For the next generation, you're going to get nowhere. I mean, robots, AI are going to take a lot of jobs, and the way out of it is to be innovative, and you can't be innovative without that.
Yeah.
And people now talk about, we used to always talk about STEM, science, technology, engineering. Now people talk about STEAM, but they can't find a way of doing it. What they say is, let's get the students to take an arts module.
Yeah.
But what you're suggesting is something more than that.
Yeah,
It's not taking an arts module, it's bringing art into the other.
Arts and engineering.
That's right.
Basically. I think so.
Which is what Steve Jobs has always
done.
done.
I think the confluence of creativity and innovation. I think so. So I think innovation.
Well, and my PhD was interactive arts and engineering. So I had on my dissertation committee the head of the computer science department. I had a physicist who was a philosopher of physics, but he was a physicist by background. The head of the arts and humanities program, who was a science fiction scholar, actually, and an experimental theater professor. So that was my dissertation committee.
What was this?
University of Texas at Dallas.
Oh yeah.
So.
And David, can I say something? Another,
I was very so lucky.
I want to explain the reason why I took this video is that basically I think David should always tell the story to everybody, right? Because when I first saw Sophia, I didn't know anything about you. I thought like, what is this little stupid robot? I'm sorry. And again, I didn't know anything about you. If I had heard more about your story as a founder, I would have had a much different approach. I would have first focused on you as a founder. You're doing this because of all these reasons. And I would have loved it, just like I love this video, and I loved meeting you. So I think you gotta come out more as the founder behind the robot, behind the company, and tell the story. Storytelling is the key. You, like Steve Jobs, like Elon Musk.
Go on TV like an idiot and say things like, it's almost alive and things, but you're not saying this story, which you need to
you need to tell. Everyone is telling you.
Have a chance to
I think this story.
I've done a lot of TV.
I think this story is.
I know what happens. You don't really get to say what you want to say at all. You suddenly get painted into corner. People say that you said it was a lie, but in actual fact, what you said was, I know what it's like to be on those lights and that pressure. And he said, it's almost alive, isn't it? You said, yes, it is.
That's right.
Which is different than you saying.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've been pushed. I don't get pushed. I've done an awful lot of TV because I presented as well, and so I don't get pushed into that. But I can understand how that happens.
Yeah.
Well, and also it's a comedy. It's a comedy show.
You've never actually.
It's a combination of.
No, that's right. I say that it's our goal. It's my personal aspiration to see machines that are truly alive. I don't believe that any machine is alive, although maybe artificial life or synthetic biology. But I never did. So misinformation can be a dangerous thing, and then once, and especially, the thing
I have to say, when I wrote my article, I actually
I appreciate that. When you've got engineers and scientists and ethicists, I would expect them to seek the right information rather than leaping to a resonant emotional conclusion and then as a community reinforce that conclusion, which has, in my opinion, chilled the kind of creative diversity in the field. because I mean, for me, I just
this is, you can see on Twitter like anybody else, they form into a mob.
yeah, it's.
I mean, it's like, you know,
It's for me. It's heartbreaking. Also, I mean, I might take these things a little emotionally because
I mean, they're your babies. I mean, it's
Yeah.
normal.
I mean, yeah,
we all do.
I'm starting to become emotional because I got to know you, and now I love the robot. You know, but that's through you, so it's imagine. But yeah, this was a great hallway conversation though, which I wanted to record.
but where is it?
Where is it, Angelo?
Where are we?
I don't know how to